Before social media was actually a thing, people's knowledge on their mental health and sleep was actually very low. And in fact, sleep is the most important driving benefactor for your whole personal well-being. And up until the appearance of Andrew Huberman and Matthew Walker, people actually start to realize how important sleep was. And their video actually very detailed explain how sleep actually benefits us and how our brain actually function when in deep sleep and in REM sleep. So I highly recommend you to go search it on YouTube, Matthew Walker or Andrew Huberman podcast, to actually know the details of why sleep was so important. But first, let me tell you my story. It was a random day when I was just going to school, and finally I came back from school, I think around 6 p.m. and I was so tired, so I can't help myself to go fall asleep at the time. And when I wake up, I overslept as a result, 9 p.m. and I was forced by my parents to actually have dinner before I can do anything on my table. After I eat that, I feel quite nauseous and feel very full in my stomach, but I still continue to do my work all the time, and in my mind I keep on thinking that for the next 5 hours I won't be sleeping ever again. And this thought actually turned into a reality. I keep on overthinking what will happen tomorrow if I meet my friends, how dark my eye circle will be, how my whole vibes will completely different because I lack of sleep. And me, especially as a person who loves bodybuilding, how my muscle progress will actually be going is actually haunted my mind, and I keep having this kind of suicidal thought. Especially when you're oversleeping, when you saw those kind of Instagram people after oversleeping, they feel very shit, they sweat a lot like just after you're fapping. So I never recommend anyone to sleep during the periods of 7 all the way to 9 if you are a late sleeper. But I always recommend you to fix a time schedule when you're gonna sleep. Don't suddenly, when you sleep at 12, change to 7 and suddenly back to 10 again. Your whole sleeping routine will actually very well off, and you're gonna get cancer by some point. After experience myself, friends, family, mostly the reason why you have having amnesia or the struggling of sleeping actually boils down to two categories. You lack of either mental fatigue or physical fatigue. Both will also causes the problem of amnesia. But first, let us going through physical fatigue. You have to do something that actually lets your body to work. Don't bullshitting yourself thinking that walking or doing gardening at your backyard actually doing something. You actually have to invest time and effort into making your body feel tired before doing any mental effort. Because body is something that you actually can having total 100% control over. It's your mental fatigue, and this is something, a hard concept to actually grasp on, but essentially you have to do something that drains your mental capacity. Just like what Hamza says, we human have a mental capacity well. And every single day when you're doing something activities that actually drain your mental capacity, you reduce it and all the way to zero. But what people most don't realize is that once you sleep, the good sleep, you actually replenish it all the way up and even more. And for me, doing the business like this right here, telling you my valuable stories and telling you my experience as well, doing my homework, especially mathematics, additional mathematics like advanced mathematics, actually kills my brain every single time. After you finish these two categories, we come to the last part, is to control your external environment. So first, start closing every device off, your phone, your laptop, everything, turn to dark mode, whatever you can do. 30 minutes before bed, close everything off. And next thing I want you to do, some people will recommend you by using this time that you have, the empty 30 minutes of time to meditating, but I recommend you to start reading. Pick a book that you're interested in, and you're reading a book that you're interested in, and open the warm light that I recommend you to buy right here. Just buy any warm light you can find, put it near your bed, go there and start opening the light and start read some books that you're actually interested in, and you start realize that your focus start to drift away along the time. Doesn't need you for 30 minutes, 15 minutes enough for you to actually fall asleep. Once you sense that you actually fallen asleep, close your book immediately, because you don't want to waste time on just mindlessly just being and there and just flipping because you won't learn anything useful. So quickly close your book, close your light and go fall asleep. You will realize how easy is it for you to fall asleep. After this three part, physical, mental, both you can actually control more. Sometimes external environment is something that you hardly control, maybe because you sleep with your parents, you sleep with your siblings, but try to control your mental and physical labor. And in this modern day, everyone was trying to seek for comfortness. But we as a person that self-improvement, we must find something that makes us to motivate us to work. This is what our purpose is. When we do this kind of work, when I talk to you, when you're doing the business, when you're watching this video, you sense that kind of purposeness that I'm telling you right now. Go find the work that you're interested in. Go do the work that you're interested in. Provide some value for your family, for your society. And by the best way for you to replenish and doing it every single day is by having good sleep. So do the hard work, especially when you feel like it.